welcome back to our channel. So today we are going to see about teeth setting. So we are going to simplify the teeth setting method, and along with it we are going to learn the principle of teeth setting. Come, let's go into the topic. Before starting the teeth setting, the things what we need is glass slab and a knife and the spatula, and yes, of course you need a carver, but I'm not having a carver, so I'm using this only, and a bowl of water and spirit lamp, and yes, most important is this rubber sheet so that you don't spoil the other areas around you, and a cotton which we need in the last. So let's start the procedure. So before starting the teeth setting, we have to mark the midline, which is drawn from this edge to the incisal pin and this margin to the incisal pin. So this line will act as the midline of our face. So this will be a initiator where we start keeping our teeth beside this, so that when we place the teeth set in our mouth, when we smile, the line midline and this line will coincide and it will give a beautiful smile. So we are going to start with maxillary anteriors. So we are not going to place one by one. We are going to place all these 6 anteriors at once, and we are going to arrange the teeth according to the principle of teeth setting. So yes, we have kept all these 6 anteriors. So now we are going to align it according to the principles of teeth setting. So number 1, central incisors. So this central incisors should be labially lifted 14 degrees. So we are going to push it outwards and we are going to push in this way. 14 degrees we have kept outside, and the height of the teeth should be along the occlusal rim. So we are pushing it inside. If it's inside, just push it outside till the occlusal rim. And then the long axis of the central incisor should be parallel to the long midline. So the teeth should not be tilted, and it should be straight enough, and it should be parallel to the midline. And the next step is lateral incisors. This lateral incisor should be 1 to 2 mm inside the occlusal rim height. So let us push it inside, and then it should be tilted to the mesial side so that it will not be parallel to the midline, and it should be tilted slightly mesially. So let us push it mesially on both the sides in this way. Can you see it is tilted lightly? So yes, and then the labial shift should be 22 degrees, that is the labial shift of the central incisors is 14 and the labial shift of the lateral incisor should be 22. So it should come much more outside, and it is slightly over the central incisors. And then the canines. So canines are also known as cornerstone, that is it acts as the turning place, so it is called as cornerstone. And so it should be straight and parallel, and it should be in the height of the occlusal rim, and it should be slightly turned. So when we see from front, we can see the one side of the canine, and when we see in this way, we can see the other side of the canine. So it should be according to it, and let's fix it. So now we are going to place it in the glass slab and check for the height. It should canine should not have any labial shift or mesial shift or anything. It should be straight. So can you see? The centrals are touching the glass slab and the canines are touching the glass slab, and the laterals are slightly 1 mm or 1 to 2 mm above the glass slab. So our anteriors are ready, and let's go for the mandibular anteriors. So yes, we have completed the maxillary anteriors and we are going to move on towards the mandibular anteriors. So the same way we are going to place all the mandibular anteriors, and then we are going to discuss the principle of teeth setting and adjust it according to it. So before going to mandibular anteriors, just check for the symmetry of the maxilla so that it does not cause any difference after we set the mandibular anteriors. So we have completed the mandibular anteriors. So now according to the principles. So we don't have so much of instructions for the mandible, and the central, lateral and canine, all three should be straight to the midline, and canine can be mesially tilted, and all three should be at least 1 to 2 mm above the occlusal plane. So that's it for the placement, but we have to align it according to the maxilla we have done. So when we keep in the articulator and check for the symmetry, it should be the gap between the maxilla and mandible should be symmetrical. It is not symmetrical and we have to change according to it and we have to align it. And the gap between the maxilla and mandible should be at least 0.5 to 4 mm, and both overjet and overbite. And when it comes to canine, we can reduce it up to 0 degree also, but the mandibular canine and the maxillary canine should not touch each other. So we have to place it and check for the symmetry and adjust it lightly. So yes, we got it symmetrically. So our anteriors are ready now. So now we are going to do the maxillary posteriors. So come, let us see how it works. So yes, we have placed all the teeth. So when we place the teeth itself, we have to place in a correct arch so that you get a beautiful U-shaped arch. And now we are going to align it according to the principles. So we have to take a slab and we have to check whether all the teeth are according to the anteriors. So now in the posteriors we have certain principles, that is, so when it comes to first premolar, only the buccal cusp will touch the glass slab and the lingual or the palatal cusp will be away from the glass slab. And in the second premolar, both the cusp should touch the glass slab when we place it in this way. So when we see from the buccal side, all my cusps are touching. So we are going to look upon the lingual side or the palatal side, so that we have to correct the first premolar, that only the buccal cusp is touching and not the lingual cusp. So we have to press in this way so that the buccal cusp will come up and the lingual cusp will go down. And in the similar way, we have to check for the second premolar whether the lingual cusp is touching or not. We have to make it to touch the glass slab, and only the first premolar lingual cusp should not touch the glass slab. And yes, of course, both the premolar should be in a straight way, that is, the long axis of the tooth should be parallel to the long axis of the midline. Take the excess wax so that you can see see whether it is touching or not easily. So yes, when you see this, we can see easily through the glass slab whether it is touching or not. So yes, every teeth is touching, and the buccal cusp of first premolar is also touching and not the lingual cusp, and the second premolar, both the cusps are touching. So now we are going to move on to the molars. So when it comes to molar, in this molar we have 4 cusps, right? So in this 4 cusp, only one cusp it is going to touch the table, and other all 3 cusps are not going to touch the table. So how we have to align this? This premolar should be inclined in this way so that the distal side should go away from the mesial side. So we are pressing towards the distal side and the mesial side is above. And now which cusp is going to touch the table? The mesiopalatal cusp, that is the inside cusp, mesial side cusp. So that is going to touch the table. So we are going to push the buccal cusp outside. So we are pressing on the buccal side. So automatically the palatal side or the lingual side comes up. So it touches the table. So in the same manner, both the sides we are going to adjust. So when we check in the table, yes, if you see this way, we can see the buccal 2 cusps are not touching, and inside only the mesiopalatal cusp is touching the glass slab. So similarly, the second molar also adjusted. We have to push it much more inside, as it should go even more inside the first molar. And in the same way, we have to incline it, adjust it to the arch. So it should be exactly in this way. So we have completed the maxillary posteriors also. So before going into mandibular posteriors, just clean the wax, the excess wax, and fix the tooth to the wax permanently, so that when we align the mandible, the maxilla won't get any changes. after we clean it, just check for all the occlusions once more and just make sure if you keep the denture in this way, it is stable and not saucy. So it should not swing in this way, it should be stable in this way. So if it is stable, then all your occlusion is correct orientation, and we have to check for the principle of the teeth setting. So if everything is correct, then we can proceed to the mandible. So when it comes to mandibular posteriors, we are going to start the teeth setting with first molar, because we are going to set the teeth set according to the class 1 molar relationship. So for that, if we start from the premolars, it is going to confuse us. So first we are going to keep the molar according to the class 1 relation, and then we are going to align the premolars and the second molar. So for that, we are going to keep a small wax on the molar, and we have to place this mandibular first molar in class 1 relation like this, and the similar way we have to keep it in this way. And now we are going to melt the wax here, and we have to close it so that the teeth get pressed towards the wax and get fixed to it without any confusion. So yes, I said you the molar should be in class 1 relationship, and then only we have to place the premolars and the second molar. So what is class 1 molar relationship is? So the maxillary first molar, the mesiobuccal cusp of the maxillary first molar should coincide with the mesiobuccal groove of the mandibular molar. So we have to place the molar relationship in this way so that the occlusion will be good. So we have placed it now, and now we are going to continue with premolars and the second molar. So how we have to fix the mandibular premolars? So the mandibular first premolar should come in between the maxillary canine and maxillary first premolar, and the mandibular second premolar should be placed between maxillary first premolar and maxillary second premolar. So when we see in this way, we can see all the premolars in zigzag manner. So we have aligned it. So now we are going to fix the teeth firmly to this, and we have to check with the maxilla. So we have completed the teeth setting. So after this, we have to check for the symmetrical in this way. So just check for the symmetrical if everything is in place, and we can go for finishing and polishing. Done. So now we are going to go for finishing and polishing. So after we finish the setting and we fix the tooth firmly, we have to clean the excess wax and give a beautiful contour to it so that your teeth setting will be wonderful when we polish it. So if we use carver, the contours will be very neat and clean. So better use carver and not this. So I am not having a carver, so I am using this. So we have cleaned it completely in and out. So now itself we have got a beautiful contours and edges. So after this, we have to light up a fire and chip blow the whole surface for a polished surface inside and outside. So after we chip blow the whole surface, this surface will become even and polishing. After that, to add on some more polishing to this, we can soak the cotton into a soap water or shampoo and just wipe it once so that you get a polishing surface. So if you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe to this channel.